Hey, how's it going? Welcome to tonight's gaming meditation, where I'm going to play Lightyear Frontier. 80% sure that's the name of the game. Let me go ahead and light this meditation candle by giving it attention. The intention for tonight's meditation is to find a peaceful place. Stay there. I don't know if that'll happen, but I'm pretty sure it will. This game is pretty peaceful, I'd say. This game is a very peaceful game. A couple announcements from the camp director. Someone found a lost orb of time in the Upside Down Forest. So please head to the administrator's office if you have lost an orb of time. If your aura is green, it's your turn to forage for morels and other mushroom things and take nature pictures. So please meet up on the pier of Crystal Lake first thing in the morning. Finally, a bit of a personal announcement. I've decided to become an extrovert. I actually just found out my camera was off this whole time. We're uploading these gaming sessions to YouTube, so your parents can see what we're doing. Any questions before we start? I know that we feel bad and things don't go the way we want them to. We're evolving as people. We got responsibilities and opportunities. We have to do what we're supposed to do with our lives. This is Pine Heights. I haven't restored it because it requires the destruction of noxious slime. I think I'm supposed to think it's a universal enemy, so I can't really redeem this place unless I destroy these slimes, which they don't seem to have a human element to them, but that doesn't really mean that they're not as important, if not more important than humanity. Just because there's a progress bar on my screen doesn't mean that I'm acting in the right. It just means that I'm acting in the best interests of whoever can build the best progress bars. This game is beautiful. It's called Lightyear Frontier. One of my favorite things is the sprout cannon. I don't have any sprouts right now, but it fires plants, seeds, and to gardens. I've decided that it's okay for me to destroy giant dead trees. And destroy meaning rearranging the material of it. That makes sense. I'm trying to collect plant fiber. I'm trying to collect things to replenish this area. As I think about how I'm going to clear it without personally spraying water on them. I might need help, honestly. People who are willing to do that. I'm not speaking as an authority here, though. These are just my rules. It's an authority over my own experience that I try to keep consistent. I forget why I was chopping down trees, aside from building a nice little fortress over here. I've been thinking about expressing peace, not as an absence of violence, but as a direction of violence, to use violence to promote life rather than death. Peace is the perpetuation of life through violence. That's what it is, because when you think about peacefulness, you think about nothing coming to get you. You're just, I'm okay. Nothing's at war with me. But as long as violence exists, as long as your body deteriorates, as long as things happen, as time passes, your body gets hungry, you need things, you have needs. As long as that's happening, there's destruction and there's violence. Your body is ripping apart food, and these things happen, and it's okay. And the reason that happens is because it promotes your life. But if you're using a hammer to build a shack, or you're using a saw to chop down a dead tree, so that way you can build a well, whatever you're doing, if you're doing it to promote life, then that's peaceful. And when people think about peace, it feels like if somebody says, hey, give peace a chance or be peaceful, it sounds like inaction, and it sounds like just denying that war exists, or like letting your guard down, is really what peace sounds like to a lot of people. But what peace is taking those men and women and the resources that we give them to attack each other and instead build up their lives. We use the money, we use the materials that we make weapons out of. We use all of these things to promote life instead. That's a lot to talk about. I'd rather focus on dealing with my stuff. It's day 384. I'm still... Sorry, it's day 9. I lost track. I'm still just building my camp.
Let's build something jaw-dropping today.
I don't think there's...
Something that'll inspire us while we do a hard day's work.
I don't think there's anything pressing. I don't think there's a time limit or anything that I have to worry about. And there's a drone talking to me somewhere in the sky. I think this is going to be my game for a little bit. I'm going to play this game for a little bit. I'm really investigating the idea that at any moment you just walk through the gate to the best place in your mind, and whatever that means to you, I think that that's true and possible, which means that you have to respect your mind, and you have to respect the world that it exists in. There's a lot of different theories about how the world works, and some of them may be true, some of them might not. But if you anchor in the idea that life is valuable and we're growing and evolving, and there's a beautiful future available to us if we're willing to accept it and really think about it and pull ourselves toward it with our minds, then it's really ideal to use our minds to try to decide what that future is. I do that a lot. I don't think it matters what game I play right now, but I don't know what the perfect, most right game to play would be to achieve that mental place. And in theory, every game has the same ability to get you there if that's your focus. And so mine is to evolve that way. So let's do it. Let's focus on evolving our minds, raising the vibration of our thoughts, focusing on improving our environment, manifesting life, manifesting the future that not only we want, but we all want. Take in as many people as you can into consideration for the future that you want to build. I think it's really awesome and a great opportunity. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We just need to come up with better and better systems, as we are, of communicating with people and really spelling out what we want to see. I don't know if this is important to me to land on an alien planet and build sheds and stuff, or kill slimes, like native slimes. There's an implication that this forest is suffering a little bit. You know, there's been some dead plants around the slimes. Things aren't doing great. They're not doing terrible. It looks pretty normal. I don't have fuel, and I don't have like survival problems, and I think that is off-putting to some players who are looking to increase their heart rate. Which I don't blame them. That's a joyful thing for some people to come home from whatever they consider their job and then want to experience something thrilling. I don't think that's bad. I think it's a personal endeavor, though. My focus here is to use my mind and my body to really target an evolutionary perspective and move in that direction. And like I said, we're going to do it, so I'm going to do it right now. Got a mysterious force here. It's a little too mysterious. I don't really want to go through there. Not sure why I can't. Probably because I haven't done my objectives or something. It's okay. Also, I'm not sure how to get a seed to plant in a mound. You know, I'm looking. I want to look at something that I haven't seen before. Every frame is something I haven't seen before. Every frame is a different painting. It is a painting of the same subject matter that I've been seeing. Mossy rocks, trees, green trees, hexagon boundaries, rocks. There's a... I want to make progress, but I can't progress beyond the walls that restrict me in the game world.
Well this fine morning.
Yeah.
I'm feeling really good about today.
Good.
Bet we'll run into something amazing.
It's a photo mode, which I wonder how far I can go. This might be a better move for me. This is like an out-of-body experience, really. You can pretty easily imagine me just sitting there like that, just thinking. I got a saw blade. I built a campsite. I don't need to sleep, so I don't really go back to it. And I just I'm really trying to perceive the art that the game world's creators built. Let's get back up that hill and then try to photo mode through it and see if that works. There's a theory of meditation that you can go anywhere you can imagine. You leave your body and you inhabit the body of anything that you can connect to. Oh, the photo mode is locked. Look at this. Not allowed. I mean, I'm assuming, honestly, that anything that I'm going to find right now is just going to be another world with like noxious slimes that I have to dispense for an administrative change. To be allowed to go through a boundary. Maybe I have the explorer gene that makes me want to see everything first and then decide where to go from there. Maybe that's something that I have. Focal length, yeah, there we go. Alright, what else we got? Focus distance. Auto is nice. Just focus on what I'm focusing on. Time of day, weather, cinematic mode on. Okay. You could cut up your own movie. No. Back in there. Well, you know, we can get closer to the field. Maybe this mountain. It's really just an investigation of my own mind to think that there's a mountain to climb and then there's islands to see and the edge of the world to explore, but once I get there, am I just going to be as indifferent as I am to this place that I'm in right now? What's the aspiration of going somewhere new if I can't enjoy where I am? The implication, there's like a video game implication that that all the good stuff is saved for the end. That's the only thing I've got going for it, though. What if it's not? What if this is the best part? I've played a lot of games where I really enjoyed the beginning and then never, didn't catch up to what I liked about the beginning. The rest of the game kind of paled in comparison. Actually, when I was younger, I really didn't like movies. I liked everything before the inciting incident. I liked everything before the part where everything falls apart and the main character has to do something. I didn't like that. I was like, wow, what a nice world. Everything seems okay except, this main character has some kind of fatal flaw or something, some kind of problem. But aside from that, the one thing that they maybe can just work on their own, everything is good for them. So why don't we just stay in the world as it is instead of forcing all this change? I really wanted stability, a stability movie, and they kind of have movies where the stakes are so low that you don't have to, you're not you're not really that worried about what's happening next. It's tough with the automatic depth of field. It's a big crime. Anyway, enough about that. Let me accept my responsibilities. How do you feel? Do you feel elevated? Do you feel like you're progressing? Do you feel like your content options, this is one of the best? Is this the best thing you could be watching right now? It could be. It could be. There's a sentiment that my energy is being poured into this microphone. It's focused meditative energy from lots and lots of time spent meditating and thinking about these things. So all of it's pouring into this microphone through my voice, and you're receiving it. This is new. Some kind of mineral or some aluminum. That's cool, little hexagon aluminum deposits. Get them. I consider this rearranging materials. Punch saw. Yeah, look at all that. Oof. Aluminum frames, assembler, upgrade depot, wood signpost. It's weird it like grows out of this hole. I think it's been foolish for me to see something like this and decide that it's not for me. We all really need to live right now. I know everything's stressful and we don't know exactly where to go or what to do with our time. But if you're in the middle of an aluminum field, you should get some. You should build with it. I think of the places I used to live and how I thought about all the things I might do while I was living there. I had ideas and goals and little fun plans and things. And then they're always, maybe I'll do that later, or maybe I'll do that someday. It's not that important. And then when I really knew I was moving and I was leaving those places, I looked back and I was like, these are just optional quests I didn't do. I just let them stay there. These were all, they weren't that big of a deal, but I could have just knocked them out. I could have seen what they were. I could have just enjoyed them while they were there, and then they're gone. And I have experienced the opportunity to go back to places that I used to be and do the things that I thought I was missing out on. But they weren't the same, because the reason that you are where you are, the reason that we are where we are right now, is because of the very specific opportunities that our location and our experience provide. Everything you can think of right now to do, it's not everything that there is to do. It's really planting the seeds of the future you want, taking the path down whatever road you want to take to get to that future. And it's okay to pause a little bit or not go down a path you're not sure about. But if there's a path that you know that will be fine and you're hesitant to take it because you think there will be a negative consequence, even though you don't know what that is or are worried about that, you should just do it. You should take the path and you should enjoy just doing it, because right now you can. And really all we're doing is trying to find that path. We're trying to find the best path for ourselves constantly. Every second, every frame, I'm trying to decide which direction to go. Up, down. I'm over encumbered right now. I have a saw blade. I can do whatever I need to do to change this world for the better, and I have to decide what that means, and I don't know why I need to break anything or hurt anyone or harvest anything to build signposts or make things more beautiful. But I know that I get to decide. And a lot of the time, my decision is going to be the right one. I want to meditate here. Look at this. I'm going to meditate in photo mode because I'm not dumb. Ooh. That's nice. Nice. Now I'm going to meditate. Breathing is a really important part of meditation. Breathing is letting your brain know everything's okay. If you can get to the next breath, you're making everything better. Your body knows you're completely safe. There's this image that I have of meditation recently that is of a cup. Your mind is a cup. Imagine your mind as a cup of whatever kind you want to. It can be ornate, and it can be basic, and it can be simple, and it can be powerful, big, small, whatever you want it to be. But that cup, you gotta hold it still. You gotta hold that cup still, and then slowly a fountain of consciousness is pouring. And if you just stay still, you fill it up. And most people can't stay still. Not only do you have to stay still, physically still, but you have to still your mind too. So if you just hold that cup in your mind and then you think about something else and it's bouncing around, and the cup, you can't just keep that cup still and allow it to receive the consciousness coming down. If you can't do that, then you're splashing it all around and you won't accumulate anything. And you do, as you fill up your cup, you do drink from it. You do retain it. You get to keep what you can hold on to. But if you want the whole drink, if you want the whole cocktail, if you want the lime juice and everything, you're going to have to hold it real still until the cocktail is done being made. And then you can drink the whole thing. It's just a cozy rainy day now. Well, end of the line. That's alright. One more photo mode, and I gotta get out of here. It's late. It's time to go to sleep for me. But it's been fun. I feel like a promoted piece. Look, there's some kind of weird bug animals over there. Boom. Look at that. It's like light crabs or something. That's crazy. The world's full of stuff that I don't understand. But it's also full of things that we can learn about. It's going to take time. Things are going to change, and I'm going to have to relearn some of them. But a lot of things stay the same. A lot of things make everything better. And it's hard to know what's going to happen next and whatever, but I think it's more important to have a good attitude and really believe that things are getting better. And you can get pulled out of that, and you can get lost in self-reinforcing cycles of negativity. That's why I'm here. I think that if I can tell people one thing, it's that they need to be vigilant and keep choosing to search for a future that they want. And I'm here to help, and I want to help as many people as I can keep thinking about the place that we want to all go. I think there's going to be crazy technologies that change the world. I think that we already have so many that have made communication more possible and made life easier for so many people and dangerous for everybody. And we can, as a community of people that keeps expanding, choose to build a future along the timelines that are the most beneficial to ourselves and our families and our friends and everybody who cares enough to do it. And if we keep doing that, then that can become a virtuous cycle. Look at these crab guys having a great time. Oh yeah, I can move in camera mode. Shh, yeah, we'll get over there. They were doing something. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Alright, well anyway. Looks like the gaming candle has extinguished, officially ending our gaming session for tonight. This is Lightyear Frontier. My name is Gold Vision. I'm over encumbered, but I'm gonna go to sleep. It's nice talking to you, nice hearing from you. Sleep well, and gold on to your dreams.